In Smoky Mountain Wrestling, do you know which town you ran that actually had the smallest population?
It would had to. I don't know for sure, but I would be hard pressed to say that I have ever run with Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, or anything else, a town smaller than Clairfield, Tennessee. It was on the state line of Tennessee and Kentucky, and way up these mountain roads. And we got to, and we're advertised, this is at the local school gym, right? Which spot shows throughout wrestling history have been at school gyms. But we got to this school gym. It was a gym, all right. There were workout equipment, and balls and things for the kiddies to play with, but it's the only school gym I've ever seen that didn't actually have any seats. It was just the gym floor. It wasn't a regulation basketball court. I know that much. There was a basketball court in there, and there may have been 2 or 3 rows of bleachers on 2 sides of this gym. And otherwise, we had some folding chairs, but Sandy Scott didn't do the in-person site survey on this one, and they fudged the numbers on the capacity when they signed the contract. We're doing a TV taping, and we had to put the ring. Yeah, I ain't shitting you. We had to put the ring as far back as we could and put like either 2 rows of bleachers or seats on the other side just so there was people there to get the camera on the other side far enough back where we could shoot ring post to ring post.
Wikipedia, actually in a good way, does not have any current data of Clairfield, Tennessee.
I'm not sure it's still there.
But it has from the 2000 census, so that would probably be...
This was in 1995.
Okay, so this is close enough. The population in 2000 was 1,002 people. And the average household size was 2.6 people. And the median household income was $16,477.
There you have it. Clairfield, Tennessee. So if there was 2.6 people per household, or however they phrased it, and there's 1,000 people, that means there was only like 400 houses in the whole fucking town. So you can imagine and figure out how many businesses there were. And goddamn, Kevin Sullivan did a promo or did something in front of, I still say I should go over, maybe we take a break, I'll look up the files, but there was between 150 and 200 people in this gym. So that was 20% of the fucking town, right?
That's pretty impressive. That's Memphis-like numbers. Well, at its peak, if you really think how big Smoky Mountain was in Clairfield.
Well, I'll tell you something else here in a minute, though. But no, Sullivan did this promo or whatever he did, or they did something where he had the Night Stalker with him and the band of, savage hooligans that he had around with him.
That was the best stuff. That was the best stuff. The Night Stalker, Brian Clark, Adam Bomb, whatever. It was the best stuff he ever did.
But the thing is, this guy got so hot, he was screaming, I'm going to go out. He went out the front door, out to his car to get his gun. And they had to follow him. The school officials. And said, no. You just keep on going. I mean, they were fired up. They'd never seen anybody in that town that was actually on television before. And here we come in where the goddamn TV truck was half as long as the fucking gym was. So this was a big deal for Clairfield, but that's not unusual, honestly, especially in the Appalachian region or in a lot of places in the South, especially in Western Virginia, Western North Carolina, that part of West Virginia, East Tennessee, Eastern Kentucky. If you have a show of some kind, and because none of those towns are very big, but there'd be that's where they have county, in that area of the country, they have county high schools. You don't have a high school in every town. You have the county high school. And so when the county gets bigger in population, they have like North something county high school and South something county high school. But so when there's an attraction at one of these bigger high school gyms, not like Clairfield, but they have big high school gyms back in those hills because of basketball. And you will sometimes, Crockett used to do this. I know for a fact Jarrett has done it, in the Memphis territory. and, Southeastern back in the day in East Tennessee, you can sometimes have a crowd in a town's high school gym that is bigger than the population of the town, because they'll come. They're used to driving 15 miles to get gas or go to the grocery, and that would be sometimes a short trip for some of the people up there. So if there's something they want to see, a ball game, wrestling match, 4th of July, whatever, they'll load the family up in the car and drive 20 or 30 miles, because that's, sometimes you'll go 15 miles up there without encountering a stoplight. So it sounds odd, but it's happened numerous times in wrestling history where you would actually have a crowd that was bigger than the population of the town you were in. We had, God, I want to say, was it 12 or 1,300 people one time at the high school football field in Saltville, Virginia? I don't expect you to look that one up, because
I was at a show in Saltville, Virginia for Smoky Mountain.
That's
but it wasn't
right.
that one.
During Fan Week. Yeah. They've since, in the 30 years since then, they've merged with Pepperboro. So anyway, it's your program.
It is, and I'm having fun talking classic wrestling. I was trying to keep this going for a little while before we have to dive into modern wrestling.